If your social skills are feeling a little bit rusty, you're not alone. We've spent the last 2.5 years kind of sequestered to our homes, not really interacting as much as we might have if circumstances were different. But the reality is that now that we are starting to adapt to this new normal, this new way of life, we're going to start to realize that we do need to get back out there and try to interact with people like we were previously. So, first of all, don't feel ashamed that your social skills might have sort of fallen on the back burner and maybe not take up that much space in your everyday life for the past 2.5 years. The point is that just like any muscle in your body, you can retrain the muscles that are social skills and get back on track. Whatever your goals are. If your goals are to make friends, if your goals are to just be more social in general, if your goal is to network more for better business opportunities, whatever your goals are, the reality is that we do need social interactions. That's how we've evolved as a species. That's how we thrive. And that's what the research also supports with how happy we are and how satisfied we feel with our lives. So I'm going to share 3 steps that you can start implementing as soon as you'd like. And this will help you to put yourself back out there and to work on those social skills that might be a little bit rusty. But again, that's okay. We have a remedy for that. All right, so if you're ready, let's get into it. All right, the first thing is to say yes more. Say yes to any type of social interaction opportunity or social gathering opportunity or any type of outing that you might not have necessarily accepted in the past. For example, if there's a networking event that in the past you might not have been that interested in going to, say yes to it now. Put yourself out there. Yes, it might be a little bit scary to interact in a group setting, especially with people that you might not know, right? They might be strangers. They might be people that you've just never seen before. Whatever the case, yes, that can be a little bit daunting, but the point is to put ourselves out there so that we can start engaging those muscles that haven't really been getting that much action, right? Because we don't want those to atrophy. We want to strengthen them. And the only way to do that is to really put yourself out there and to challenge yourself. And that's going to require us to get a little bit outside of our comfort zones. But let's say it's that networking event that you have lined up on the docket and you say yes to it. Bring a friend, bring a colleague from work. That way you're not completely alone. Or if you want to take it a step further and you really do want to challenge yourself, then I encourage you to just go out there alone, and that's okay, and just make friends with people. Try to connect with different people in that professional networking setting. Bring your business cards, have your party line, have your small talk framework ready to be put to use, and really make the most of it. The other thing you can do is say yes to, let's say you have a colleague that's constantly been asking you for the past few weeks to get coffee. Why don't you say yes to that, right? So we can find these little opportunities just peppered in our day-to-day and to our weeks and to our months if we say yes to more opportunities for social interaction. So keep that in mind. And again, this might be something that you might have previously said no to, like pass up the opportunity on that networking event, politely decline that coffee invitation. But you know what? We're putting ourselves back out there. So it's really important to now think of it in a new light. Think of it as really trying to prevent atrophying muscles and encourage the promotion of strengthening your muscles, right? And we're talking about social skills in this context. That's what we're referring to when we say strengthening those muscles. All right. The next thing you can do is to join a group. Now, this could be online or offline. So maybe you want to join a book club. That could be something that you find on an online forum and you see that there are people in your area maybe having a book club, or you can start your own book club. getting together with people so that you can read a book and then discuss the book and then talk about other things, right? Oftentimes, these groups are a great way to also learn about people's lives and share your life with them and interact and, have a nice conversation with people who have similar interests, but also learning new things. Because of course, interacting with people will open up your eyes to different interests, different things, different perspectives, right? And that's what we want. Now, you can also try to look for a meetup. Sometimes, in your area, you'll see different listings and try to participate in something like that. This can be based on your interests, or it could be something where you are sort of intrigued by something. Like maybe you want to learn how to play tennis and you haven't played tennis before, but you really want to learn it. That could be something. You join a tennis group or a tennis league or some tennis lessons, right? And lastly, try to reconnect with some old friends. Now, this can be people that you might have lost touch with over the last 2-3 years, or you haven't maybe spoken to since college. But the point is to reconnect with people that you previously have had a lot of nice social interaction with that you might miss interacting with them or having them in your life. So you be the person to reach out. There's no reason not to if you want them in your life again. And just start with a simple, how's it going? I haven't talked to you forever. Or if you see something that they posted on social, maybe send them a DM, maybe send them an email. It's really nice to get messages from people, especially out of the blue. And, if you've had a lot of really wonderful memories, shared experiences together, why not? Right? The point here is to put ourselves out there. So of course, it's going to take a little bit of getting going, right? We might feel like not doing anything, but that's not going to move the needle forward, right? We don't want to be in a situation where we're not interacting anymore and we just feel isolated. And, now we really want to take advantage of starting to be able to put ourselves out there again. And what better way than to start with these 3 steps? To recap, the first thing that you can do is to say yes more often. Say yes to social opportunities that you might have in the past rejected or not been that interested in. And just try to keep an open mind and remember that you're doing it so that you can put yourself back out there, because the reality is that we really do need social interaction. And this doesn't mean that you need to start going out every day and being social with people every waking moment or have, a million friends and be super popular. That's one way of interpreting all of this. And if that's what you want to do, all the power to you. But the reality is that we only need a handful of people that we can really lean on and really have nice social interaction with in order to reap the benefits of being social. So just keep that in mind. Even if it's just 3-5 people, 3 to 5 people, right? That's still going to make a world of difference with your social skills, but also your own headspace and being in a good place socially and mentally and just feeling really fulfilled with life and happy ultimately. And the second thing is to join different groups. They can be online and offline. And the idea here is to have it be an opportunity to engage with people socially, right? So if it's that book club that you want to join it. If you want to learn a new skill, like learning tennis, join that. If you want to take up knitting, do that. Whatever it is that you want to do, now is your opportunity. Now is your moment to take that in and say, okay, well, I'm going to join this group. Or if you see people at the gym that you go to and they seem like a nice, fun bunch to hang out with, you see them, just trekking along in the gym, why not say hello? Why not introduce yourself, right? There's no harm in that, especially in the way you do it, right? There's a way to do it that is just authentic and just genuine, right? So find what that is for you and do it. And then lastly, reconnect with old friends, people that were previously in your life that you have a lot of shared fond memories with, and reach out to them, reconnect, say, how's it going after all this time? I miss you. Try that as well, because you might be pleasantly surprised. We are putting ourselves out there. We're taking a little bit of risk on getting outside of our comfort zones so that we can strengthen our social skills and ultimately be happier and more social. Because we know that social interaction is essential for happiness and overall life fulfillment. So keep that in mind and let that motivate you. All right, Explearners, thank you so much for joining me for this lesson. I hope that you enjoyed these 3 strategies. And if you have any suggestions or comments, anything that you would like to share with the Explearnity, feel free to leave a comment down below. And I will see you in another video, so be sure to stay tuned. All right, happy Explearning, everyone.